Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Next Friday is Black Friday and that's like my favourite time of the year because I love getting all my show products and everything sorted for the show season at the cheapest time of the year. So today I'm going to be giving away my top tips for showing on a budget. So the first thing we're going to start off with is showing products. My favourite shop to get all my showing products from is Supreme Products, and I know that on Black Friday they always have some sort of deal or discount. This could be on their essentials range or their products range. But the first thing I do is go through my show basket, which is usually a complete mess because the show season has left it in a state. So I have a tidy up first, and then I go through, do a bit of a stock take. I know that's probably really random and you'll probably think, oh, you only need one of this and one of that. But having greys, you go through a lot of cleaning products because they're disgusting. So I go through my basket and check what I need and what I don't need, and then I make a list, because if you don't make a list, you'll end up buying loads of stuff you don't need, and then you're just sort of blowing the idea of buying stuff and saving money. So I am going to make a little bit of a list of the products I need for this year's show season. A complete essential for me is shampoo. Obviously, greys, disgusting. I usually go through, I'd say, 5 bottles of shampoo a year. I wouldn't say I use loads of it, but I do like to do a good job when I'm bathing my horses, whether it's for a local show, dressage, anything. I like to make sure they're presentable at all times. So I'm just making a little bit of a list, and the first thing I've put on there is shampoo. The second thing on here is fly spray. Regardless of your horse, I'm going to use loads of fly spray. Where I live in the countryside, there's a lot of flies, so that's a must-have. I've also got tack cleaner on there, so I try and keep on top of my tack, and I do that regularly. And I also need a few other horsey bits. But products-wise, I don't actually need that much this year. So if I can get a couple of pounds off here and there, or 50p, it's well worth doing. So if you get into your showing, you'll start to do more away shows. We probably stay away 4 times a year. Hopefully next year we might do a few more. And having your horse stabled, you go through a lot of rugs because they're stinky and they get covered in poo stains and they're just disgusting. So I have loads of fleeces and warm rugs, snuggy hoods, the lot, because they get disgusting. They wear them once, get a poo stain on them, and then they can't wear them again because they're very inconsiderate ponies. So I thought I'd show you some of my bargain bits that I chuck on my horses. First of all is this snuggy suit. This is a snuggy hood suit. It's all fleece and it has a belly flap. That's why I like it, because it kind of keeps the belly clean. It doesn't have a neck, but that's fine because I've got a hood they wear. And I paid £10 for this at Carbu, and I know they retail at probably £50, I think. But Snuggy Hoods is another good one to have a look for Black Friday if you're starting out, because they do some really fab sets. And the fleece is quite good because it keeps them sort of a bit snuggly and a bit cleaner. As if you have just the neck piece alone, you'll find the poo sinks through. So next I wanted to talk about your entire showing outfit. The jackets and joggers and boots, I mean, it can all add up, especially the tweed jackets. Most of them are well over £100. So my tweed jacket, this one is my first ever real tweed jacket. This was bought at Ponies UK on the sale rail for £110 when I was 16, which is a lot of money. But your tweed jacket does last forever. I've had this one over 10 years and there's nothing wrong with it. You wouldn't even realise it was that old because we look after it and we get it dry cleaned. But we have a shop down the road from us called Tackaholics, which specialises in second-hand tack, jackets, everything. And they do all the top brands second-hand, which is where I got this lovely jacket from. There's also the Facebook Marketplace, which is a brilliant place to get jackets from, and eBay. If I was getting another jacket tomorrow or I needed one, I would 100% just get something second-hand. This jacket, which is my navy jacket, I wear for hunting, I wear for evening performances. I paid £50 for this, which is so reasonable. And she had, this is from Tacoholics. There was so many to choose from, I could literally have exactly what I wanted. I mean, if you was to buy this new, you'd be talking probably nearly £200 because it's proper wool. But there's so much choice there. And I like to hunt down the Facebook Marketplace. That's also a really good place to have a look. Underneath my jacket, I don't buy those shirts from the show shops because they're usually about £30. I try and get a school shirt if I can, just plain white from Asda, chuck in a dye with it and I can have any colour I like. It does the exact same job. I mean, most people have white or cream or something quite subtle. With this jacket I used to have a lilac shirt which looked really smart, and then tie-wise I just go to my local charity shop, which there's usually loads, or you can even go to eBay or Facebook and get whatever you'd like really. I mean, these ties were all 50p from charity shops. So I've got every colour you can imagine, and as well you can get the actual tie pins because a lot of the time they're just like a type of brooch. So you can have a look in the charity shops for them as well. If you was to buy a tie from one of the top showing shops, you're probably talking £20. These are 50p. So there's quite the saving there, and it's well worth doing. I also have a top hat here, which I wear for evening performances, and I also wear it for side saddle. This I brought from a very well-known wedding shop that was closing down. I mean, you wouldn't really know it's a wedding hat. And I think I paid £10 for it. If you were to buy a top hat from one of the big brands, you're probably talking £50, £80, something like that. This is my bowler hat, which is Christie's of London, which is one of the bigger brands. And I brought that at a car boot. I think I paid £20 for it, which is madness. So it is just worth hunting for car boots, Facebook Marketplace, second-hand tack shops, because a lot of people don't know what they've got as well. So it's quite easy to pick up a bargain. And lastly, I wanted to show you my Concours d'Elegance outfit, which made an appearance at Equifest, if you've watched my Equifest vlog. So Concours d'Elegance is just it's not a fancy dress class, it's a period costume class, where you wear a period outfit, or you can wear traditional. So I wanted to wear an outfit because I'd never had a period outfit before. And I weren't going to pay someone to make them because I know they charge well over £500. Crazy money for a dress and top, essentially. So we hunted down charity shops, eBay, all of those. And I have a very clever mum who's good with a sewing machine. And I just said to her, we actually watched the programme Poldark, if you've ever watched it, and based it off one of Elizabeth Poldark's outfits, because it's based around the 17th century, and they're riding side saddle on the set and stuff. And I said I wanted a navy jacket with some sort of like check skirt. Originally it wasn't going to be checked, but then it was. So I bought this jacket off eBay for £10, which was very sort of period style. My mum added lace and this little green and navy trim. She coloured in the buttons with a felt tip to make them look more aged. She put on this binding here. She made the stock out of an old stock I had, and then just added loads of lace. And then the skirt, we brought a dress from a monsoon dress off eBay, but it was really old-fashioned, and I think we paid £10–15 for that. So my mum just cut the bottom off the dress, which was this, added some lace, added some velvet trim, and some netting underneath to make it sit right on the horse. She's also going to add weights because it does lift up a little bit. But overall, I think the cost of this outfit was something like £35, which is madness when people spend £500 on these Concours d'Elegance outfits. And I also had a little feather hat to go with it, which I just brought off eBay, and we added some peacock feathers. So it's really, really easy to do if you've got someone that's a little bit crafty. But there is a way to do everything a little bit cheaper than what they do in the shops. This is my in-hand outfit. As you can see, I'm wearing the tweed jacket I've just shown you. The trousers are from Tesco. The shirt is one I've dyed myself. The tie is a charity shop tie, and the hat is just from a bargain bucket. So not expensive at all, and it really ties in well together. This is my evening performance wear. As you can see, it's my £50 navy jacket, along with a white long sleeved t-shirt underneath, which is just from Primark, and some second-hand jodhpurs and boots. So this is one of my horse's lycra bodysuits, which is an absolute must for showing, 100%. What I love about having a neck piece on your horse is it keeps the mane laying flat, it protects plaits, it just keeps them cleaner, keeps their face cleaner. My horses are really naughty for when you give them a bath and then you put them in the stable to dry. They rub like their neck where they're itchy and stuff on the sides of the stable, and then they get all like grubby marks because they're greys, that's what they do. So this is one of my lycra suits. This one is made by the main dealer, and this is Finley's one because it has a zip, and it literally, you put it on him, you put this over his face, and then you zip along the neck, as my other ones just sort of, you ram it on their head, and not all horses like that. So this one I brought at a show, and when you do go to some of the big shows like Equifest, county shows, most shows have like their own area. So we have like the Norfolk, the Suffolk, the Lincolnshire. You get a lot of things on like a show offer. So this was, I've had this, I don't know, 5 years I think. And this was on a show offer. Again, these sort of things are usually between £50 and £100, depending on what you get. This one's got the belly flap, the leg flaps, the whole shebang. You can just buy the neck. It is worth, when you go to shows, having a look round, because they usually have show offers on, which are a great time to buy things like this. You can also get them secondhand on Facebook and things, but if you go to a show, you can literally take your horse to the stand and then try them on. I know that we went to the UK Nationals with JJ this year, and we took him over to both Supreme Products and the Beauvoir Rug Company, and he got to try on lots of hoods because he has a huge neck, literally nothing fits. So that's a really good tip for you guys if you are starting out and wanting to buy one new. I know that ES UK, which is an amateur grassroots show, they also had some stalls there where you could take your horse to the stall and just try things on, and most of the staff are very accommodating. So the last thing I want to talk about is your membership. When it comes to showing memberships, it's very, very confusing, especially at a higher level. So I suggest having a look on YouTube, having a look at some old schedules and looking at where you want to go for. Next year, I would like to do a Royal International Working Hunter Pony qualifier in the Mountain and Moorland. That class is registered with the National Pony Society, so you have to be a National Pony Society member to enter. I actually spoke to them at Hoy's and they were super, super helpful, and I know that their memberships run from January to January kind of thing. So I'm going to try and get in and do my membership as soon as the membership is open in January. But if you perhaps forget or you're not organised and you say do your membership in February, March time, the prices are a lot higher. So it really helps to be organised. I've already made a bit of a list of the shows I want to go to, my aims, my goals, what membership I need, because it is very confusing with showing and there are so many different memberships. The TSR is a really good one, especially for grassroots and amateur riders, because it's quite low cost. As some of the bigger societies like National Pony Society, British Show Horse Association, those ones the price is a little bit higher. So it is important to kind of pick and choose, because you can quite easily spend an absolute fortune on membership for shows that you may or may not attend. So I have already made a list of the shows that I'm hoping to go for next year. I've already booked my holiday, and that way I'm a bit more organised, and I'm hoping to save a little bit of money. As well with my show entries, if you book them well in advance, you'll find they're a little bit cheaper than booking them on the day, and I need to save every penny I can so I can do the shows I want to do, because I mean they do all add up. So I do really recommend, I mean, maybe I'm a little bit OCD, but making yourself a list of the shows you want to do, your aims, your goals, and what you need to have to go to those shows. Because you might just think, oh, I can just rock up. But half the time, they usually need to be registered with someone, your horse needs to be registered, and these societies are so helpful. They've all got a number, you can give them a call, have a good chat, and find out a bit more about their society and what you need to do for those classes. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog all about showing on a budget. If you have any questions or need any help, feel free to comment below or check out my Instagram or Facebook page. They're both under the Miss Cooper Show Ponies name. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!